on YouTube, yeah. Just to see chat too.
Okay. But there's a delay, so it's going to be really weird to try to watch it.
I can see you and Shona as well. Yeah. Or then you'll show on YouTube as well. So, that'll be interesting.
It's not. It's super confusing. I've tried it. I do have it up on YouTube though, just so that I can see the chat. But it's super confusing to try to watch it and talk
Hi
to Jonah.
guys, welcome. How is everybody doing tonight? We have quite an audience already.
I do have it up on YouTube though, just so that I can see the chat. But it's super confusing to try to.
Hello, Amphibious, I Google, Jam Master, Mr. Pogs, Cutley. Welcome, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate you guys. Sorry for the delay. Welcome, guys. Me too. All right. So, have you been, pretty gal? Knock, knock.
It is crazy. Something just happened when the stream started, and I was getting like sound feeding back, and I'm not sure where it was coming from. So that's why I looked all panicked for a second. I'm like, where's that coming from? Like I could hear it, but it wasn't coming out of my headphones. And then I started clicking on things. I'm like, well, turn that off and turn this off, and then. Just wackiness, but what else do you expect? I guess, right?
It's Chona Productions. Gosh. It has to be this way.
Chona,
sorry, Google. There is a stream about Harlock's meats. We do have a podcast about that. A whole video in there. How are you, Mr. Pretty Gal?
I'm okay, I guess. Okay.
What have you been up to?
Oh my gosh. You need a whole show just for that. But I have been really busy the last week. My daughter graduated from high school.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had a graduation to do and attend, and a whole bunch of people to talk to at her school, and that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And she graduated with honors, which is cool.
Nice.
So she got to graduate in white, right? And she took all those like AP classes and everything, so she got all the different like sashes that you get to wear.
Mm-hmm.
Ribbons, whatever you call them. I forget the name. Anyway.
I forget what they go to, but yeah, I know what you mean. Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's like a special name for it, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure Amphibious will tell us right now.
Amphibious, but, yeah.
But she got one for like all of those different AP classes, and then it was a lot. It was pretty funny.
But something positive, right?
That was pretty good. Yeah, it was. Mm-hmm. It was pretty awesome because, yeah. It was nice. She's happy that high school is over, but now she's got to get ready for college.
The other real world. Hi, Brista. Welcome.
Oh, look at that. Beachon is here. Oh, and Jam's here too. Wiki. Other than that, I have been working on getting better still. Tons of appointments and acupuncture and stuff getting not fixed yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's getting a little better?
It is, but not enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I could not go back to work yet and do my job because I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Like, my back's not stable enough. My hands, my wrists, like all that stuff is still going on. But
yeah.
But I mean, like, I can walk around and stuff now, which is good.
That's
pretty
good.
I can walk pretty far. And I don't know. I mean, just kind of trying to work our way through everything. And then my son flew out from Florida.
Yeah.
With his wife, and they came for Yumi's graduation, and they've been here like a week now. So that's kind of cool. Good to see them out here, and they've been like seeing the sights and stuff with Yumi, and it's been good. That part has been good. Yeah, they went to SeaWorld today.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Yeah. It's okay. Eventually, we'll be able to.
SeaWorld is good. You got to come out here when it's like 140 degrees where you're living, and then enjoy.
Oh, when it's 140 here, we're getting there.
Right? Oh, look, El Hulk is here too. Hello, El Hulk.
Oh yeah.
So, what about you? How's everything going? Did you go back to work?
I finally went back to work. After the whole roller coaster, being rehired back for the like third or fourth time in like I don't know, a month and a half. They have me working out in carts in this 113-degree weather. So nice. It's being a little tough because I'm not fully recovered yet from everything that was going on when I had surgery. Right. So just hanging in there. Some plumbing issues, and then my car broke down and left me stranded. And
oh, you didn't tell me your car broke down?
It broke down 2 days ago. 2 days ago, and then they brought it yesterday. They fixed enough just for me to be able to drive it for now. Like to get to and from work.
Wait. They fixed it enough?
Yes, just to make it drivable.
Well, like, does that involve like tape or something? Like,
no, actual fixes just not everything. Just to make it safe enough for me to drive it to and from work, and it doesn't have AC, so. So nice. They bring it to me yesterday, and they're like, "Okay, you can drive it to work." And I go to work. I get back from work, and then it's like, dun 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 dun. Something's wrong with the plumbing. All under my trailer was flooded again. It's the second time within like 2 months, maybe. And it was something else completely different. So yeah. And here we are.
Well.
Things are awesome. Things are unbelievable. So they're awesome.
Amphibia says bubblegum, baling wire, and Jesus.
And Jesus, yeah, a lot of Jesus. A lot of Jesus in there. But yeah, it's all part of changes, right?
I guess. We had a plumbing issue here too, but not as bad as yours, I think. Yeah, we had a water pipe spring a leak, but we caught it like right away. And so instead of having like hundreds of gallons of water all over the place, we had like like 2 cups of water.
My mom was like, the neighbor drove in and they stepped on the mud and everything, and they couldn't even bother to come and tell me, "Hey, you have a leak, your house is flooding."
Your home is from a leak.
Oh man. But yeah, so all part of life, right? All part of things, and nothing we can't handle, right?
Everyone has like something that happens sometime, and sometimes the thing is bigger than normal. I mean, I had that fall. You had a bunch of things happen to you. You have an entire novel of things that happened to you.
Incidents 101.
Right?
Basically, a whole dictionary.
Right?
Oh man. But it's all amazing. We're here, so that's what matters. And actually, speaking about that, right? Changes in how we deal with stuff that happens to us in life, how they affect us, how we, try to overcome them is actually one of the reasons why we're here today. And I'm really, really, really happy because we have a very special guest with us today. Most of you guys know him, right, from our WR community. He had
Ooh.
something happen to him as well a bit ago, and so I'm going to introduce him to you guys, that way he can share with us his experience, how it affected him, how he went through everything. So here with us, guys, Mr. Muppet Juice.
Come on, that's the best you can do, Halak.
well, that's the first time I think I've ever clapped on the mic, and I didn't want to like blow everyone's eardrums out. So I figured it would be better to be softer than too loud.
So hello to the viewers. See Jam, Amphibious, Krista, Google. Hello.
Hello, Muppet. How are you, Muppet? How are you doing?
Usual, always in pain, but I have no choice just to go with the flow and survive until further notice.
A lot of daily pain, or how?
So the pain doesn't go away, basically. It's always here. Every little movement, pain. It's not like you have like a slight injury and there's a moment where you have a high amount of pain versus a low amount of pain, even with meds. Yeah, meds don't work here anymore.
B-Chan says hello, Muppet.
Yeah, I see. I see. I've missed cuddly.
So, for the people who don't know, and I guess for anyone new here, what actually happened to you, Muppet? People are interested.
So to pinpoint an exact issue that caused this situation, I really can't, because working in construction is a high risk for back pain. And my first episode was in 2015. I just brushed it off as typical back pain and took minor medications, took some rest. And it disappeared for some months and then gradually came back on and off for a few years. Okay. Until it started to get extremely bad like in 2018, 17. And I went to a couple of doctors and everybody kept prescribing like basic pain meds and muscle relaxers. Nobody, had the brain to say, you need to go to the hospital and get professional help. Everybody was like, just take this, do this exercise, eat differently. Maybe it's like a weight issue. I'm not a big person. So I just, I took what the doctor said and didn't pay attention to it, because at that stage, it wasn't as bad as it is now. And I saw no signs that it would be as bad as it is now. The first episode with me not being able to walk was back in 2015, as I mentioned, when everything kicked off. Like, I went to a show, frolicking in the mosh pit stuff.
Yes.
And after that show, I started to get shooting pains down my legs. I didn't take it on, just chilling. After I got home the next morning, that's where I was like suspicious. It was a bit difficult to move. That's when I got scared. But like I said before, doctors didn't pay any attention. They always thought it was something minor. Because I have I'm a bit of a stubborn person. I force myself to push through pain because I think of other people too in certain situations, and I don't want to be labeled as somebody who's just not trying, basically.
Right.
I purposely, I think it's actually my fault for listening to opinions of other people who had no idea what they're talking about, because I myself didn't know. And I can't remember if it was like that same year COVID started or 1 year after. I'm not entirely sure which year it was. I got up and instantly I got a sharp pain across my lower back and my legs gave out instantly. I fell. I was creeping on the floor and I had to call my father to help to get back up. And that's when I really, 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 really realized this is something serious. So I had my first visit to the hospital there. That first visit, I actually had to get someone to hold on to walk because of the pain. Every time I moved my legs, my lower back it just felt like it wanted to break off. So I went to the hospital a few times and they did the same thing like everybody else was saying, just take this medication, do this, and you should be fine. None of that was ever working. I did hospital visits for a very long time until I can't keep track of everything because it's way too much. But one doctor did he made me do certain movements to give him an idea as to what level the pain is because he couldn't understand it, right? So based on what he made me do, he made a decision that I needed to see a neurologist because it's something related to spine, lower spine, right?
Mm.
And that's where everything kicked off, and I got so terrified when he was like, "You need to see this particular doctor in the neuro ward," and he was saying surgery would be the first option. So with that being said, I always had it in my mind that when I go through the whole process with doctors in the hospital, they would go do a surgery and everything would be sorted. But that was not the case, unfortunately, because that GoFundMe that you all were kind enough to do for me, that would have been what was required at that time to get everything, in place for me in terms of medical bills, surgery, everything. But clearly the doctors, they have a different idea because from what I have understand here now, they've taken certain steps based on what they think they need to do. So right now in my situation, they don't see it as something like an emergency.
Mm.
What my one of my other doctors told me was the most scariest thing. If one day you lose control of your bowels, that's when you need to rush to the hospital because that is what could happen. That's
Oh
where I
yeah,
am.
I've seen that question on a lot of my forums as well. Like especially if you have some sort of injury in your lower back. Like one of the questions on all the forums is, have you ever lost control of your bowels? It's like, it's kind of crazy, right? Like you think about it and you're like, wow, I hope that never happens, right?
I am terrified. And
So,
yeah.
you got you had this injury that occurred at some point, and it just got progressively worse until you reached that point where you had like that major back spasm, right?
Yep.
And these doctors don't seem to want to take the steps that are necessary to fix it yet.
Sadly, yes, and that's not. Like I said, it's a lot, and so my doctor in the neuro ward, right? So after they after I was admitted to stay to get the MRI and everything, after the MRI was done, they said from what they seen, they consider it to be a minor disc bulge, right? But they're
Okay.
not taking into consideration how long I have been in pain, which is their mistake. They're thinking that this is something brand new. So if they were like willing to believe that this is a very long standing issue, they would know how bad it is. Because I showed them, they all know that I am actually leaning. My spine is tilted to the left, and the muscle along my spine on my back has been swollen for a couple of years now. No muscle relaxer helps with that. I can't sit properly like both of you there. I can't sit like that. If I have to stand, I need to have my back braced on a wall or something. If I
Oh no,
sneeze,
Muppet.
I would pass out.
Muppet, I'm just propped up this way to make it look like I'm normal at this point.
Yeah. The only way I could get away with that picture, Hala, is if I am standing and the camera is face level. I can't even fake sitting down. But
no, I feel for you, Muppet. It's rough with the with anything to have to do with your back. It's a lot of pain, and it makes doing things pretty difficult. I totally understand.
difficult. I can't lift basic stuff. Can't lift like as I mentioned before, as simple as a plate of food, I can't lift that.
Right.
If I sneeze or cough, horrible pain.
Yeah, like sneezing and coughing engages those muscles there in your back, right? And,
Yep.
and that causes a problem. Yep.
And it depends. So, like, if I have a hospital visit, right, or a clinic visit, which I'll get to after, because of the length of time I have to be in an awkward position to and from home, for the next couple of days, it is almost impossible for me to move properly with this walker.
Right.
It's extreme pain, and meds we have here not really working. And because I was on so much meds for so long, they end up had to do some blood tests, and I had liver damage because of these things. And because of all these things together, I now have high blood pressure. It's just really in a mess. And how I found out about the high blood pressure now, my same doctors in hospital did a bunch of blood tests, never mentioned anything about high blood pressure. And I am at this stage now where I have to seek public assistance, right? Because I have been down for so long and I have nobody really helping. So what the GoFundMe did for me back then was supposed to facilitate what I thought would be happening. I did my physiotherapy. I got all my meds. I did everything that I was supposed to do, thinking that these people would put me on to do surgery, you know. But they just wasted my time. So I got my forms from social welfare, and I took it back to the doctor, my neurologist doctor. They said they cannot legally sign that for me.
Really?
They said they said I have to take that to my regional clinic, right? So when I did that now, when I take that document to my regional clinic, they were all in shock because the neurologist is responsible for me. I have not been discharged from that hospital yet. So everybody is confused now as to why this is the way it is for me. So my new doctor here now, she was kind enough to fill out everything. And when I went back for my hospital visit, I told the doctor, said, I need to get my medical stuff to get my stuff moving because here I'm not getting any progress with anything. When he found out that somebody else did that for me, then he wanted to like sign up everything because I told him other doctors know what you're doing or lack of not doing. Then he wanted to take responsibility to sign my document. So now I am in two different clinics here now because of this situation. And they want to put me onto a third because the hospital can't help me with pain. They want to send me for pain management. You know what the messed up thing about pain management here now? Nobody knows where it is.
Really?
Yes. So I now have to try to find a way to find what they call pain management and where it is. Now, mind you, again, back to how much help I got, all that help back and forth, with all the trips I had to do, right? I explained that to the doctors, but that I don't think they really care about helping people in general because it's just long overdue, and I need to further do other things, and like for me to go to pain management, I need to do that same process that I did before, which is to acquire funds to go do something like that.
Right.
So this is why I'm desperately trying to get these idiots here to sign up my papers and get me my medical report, which has been paid for January 2nd of this year, and I'm still waiting. I have my receipt showing that I paid for it, and I'm still waiting.
Right. That's a long time.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But apart from being in pain, it's a lot of mental stress for me. And I can't do anything or go anywhere. I can't really basically live, but I'm alive. I have to always be dependent on my father to help me do little things too.
Yeah, I can relate, Muppet. I was in a similar situation for a while. Fortunately, I'm starting to get better, but no, I can totally relate, Muppet. It's pretty rough.
I know you had issues with that Tupperware. You couldn't open it when they hit the key.
Oh, you didn't know, Chona, bro.
What?
So I was on one of Beachon's streams, or I was talking with him, and this was a little while back when I was a lot less functional, and I found out that they had gotten some cake, and I wanted to get some of the cake from the fridge, and when I got into the fridge, they had put it in this Harlock-proof Tupperware.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was completely ruin proof.
You didn't ask somebody to get some for you?
Well, there was no one at the house. and so I had this. It was one of those glass bowls, right? That has like a lid on it.
Yeah.
Like a tight sealing lid. And I didn't have the strength to pull the lid off of it. Hard. I just couldn't do it, and like I took a picture and I sent it to them because all I could do was look at the cake. The cake was in this glass bowl that had a lid on it, and I could not get into it. It was horrible. It's funny in retrospect, but it was horrible.
Talking about suffering.
Ow.
Yeah, I was just staring at this cake. It was bad. Okay, Muppet. So we know kind of where you are now physically, right?
Basically, stand still. Yeah.
You still have a lot of the the strength and mobility issues and all of that going on.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So, how do you deal with all this, Muppet? Like, what do you do? What keeps Muppet going?
Honestly, anticipating on the day that I actually do get fixed and move on with life. Because I still have hope that I will be fixed. It's just it's taken a lot longer than I think it's necessary. I'm still holding on because the future I want, that is what has me good.
Interesting.
I need to hold on.
Because like different people kind of turn to different things to keep themselves motivated, right?
Yeah.
For example, Chief Gaming has that fun that he is promoting. Also, he has that gaming is therapy, right? He actually uses gaming as kind of a form of therapy for himself. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming you're still playing some sort of game someplace?
Of course. I'm living on Arena Breakout. I live on Arena Breakout. All things Arena Breakout. Everything. I'm addicted.
I think
this pisses me off, but I'm addicted.
I think that's the happiest I've heard Muppet in like
honestly, yeah,
in like months. When he says the words Arena Breakout, you can hear the smile.
Yeah, it takes away some of it because it is frustratingly fun. I haven't come across any games like that. It's crazy competitive. All skill based. Everything skill based.
Very nice. So you're still playing. You're still playing some games.
Yeah. I do try to be awake properly for when Brista is streaming COD because that is entertaining as well.
Okay.
And yeah, I usually have a couple of people bother me from home. I can't change it, but sometimes it's good for mental health to not be sitting quietly by myself.
Right.
Maybe to like have someone to just talk random crap with. I don't like visitors at all. Honestly, I don't like visitors. I'm not. For the last like 3 years, I haven't been much of a social person anymore. I prefer to be alone.
Right.
That might sound horrible, but I enjoy being alone. But most times I try to get sleep because every bit of movement is pain and it is difficult to get like a full night's sleep. Especially when you have high blood pressure all of a sudden. You have this pulsating crap in the back of your head sometimes. And knowing that is what I have, that frustrates me even more. Honestly. It's weird. I don't know. Why I still fighting with this, I have no idea. My last check at clinic, I don't remember how long ago that was, but they told me my blood pressure was extremely high because medication was on a shortage for some reason. But I finally got medication for that now, so that should be okay for a bit. I still have to do more blood tests concerning that too. My next visit to neuro will be next month, I believe. So my new doctor gave me another person to go see when I go back to the hospital concerning my medical report. There's somebody at the head of that department apparently, because like nobody understands why this is taking so long. Because my last visit, my doctor at the neuro was saying he doesn't have my records anymore. Now, this piece, I wish I was making this up, but this is not made up. My doctor does not have my medical stuff anymore because I requested my medical report. So there's no copy of it. So when I take that, they don't have a copy of it, which does not make any sense to me.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Now that's stupid. That's what it is. I'm weird. I am weird. That's the problem I have in right now.
Boy.
Yeah. Well, what's your opinion on that, Shona? What's your opinion on that?
I don't know. I mean, you would figure. I mean, they would give you a copy, right? And they have to keep whatever registry they need to keep. It's I don't know.
That's what normal people would do.
It almost sounds unbelievable.
I wish I was lying. Honestly, I wish I was making this up for an effect.
I was holding back a lot right now earlier. Obviously, I kind of knew your story from that last time that I got really bad, but
Yeah.
I didn't think that, like, hearing you say it right now, I didn't think that it had been going on for so long, or that it was that bad, and it just makes me, like, think how
Don't do it. 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 Don't do it.
that there's like, a lot of times we complain a lot. A lot of times we complain, if we had a bad day, or we complain if something happened to us. But when you really compare it to what other people are going through, or to things that that happen to others, they're insignificant, right? And sometimes we make such a big deal about things, and we take so much for granted, and then you just kind of see how, like, there's people that are really worse.
Yeah.
Like when Ruin asked you, how do you kind of go about it or cope with it? And to me, one of the things that I think about is always, there's always someone worse than me out there, right? There's always someone going through something worse than what I am. And when I hear story like yours, or even Ruin, right, what happened to him recently, and I always think that could have been me, right? That could be me, and it's not, and I can do something about it. And then I hear yours, and I honestly, I thought, maybe he's doing better, and then I hear you, you know, tell us right now, how it's actually going for you, and it sucks. And it sucks because there's we can't do anything about it, right? The people that are supposed to be doing something about it, they're not, or that would be able to, and they're not doing anything about it, and it really sucks. I don't own a TV because I don't like to watch news. I don't like to see or hear negative things. Because my way of thinking is, if I can't do anything about it and I can't control it, then I don't want to know, right? When it comes to negative things. And I'm sitting here, and I'm hearing you tell your story, and it sucks. It really sucks. And it makes me feel like, like, I wish I could do something about it, but it's like, you know like, what can we do?
Absolutely nothing. But you see, you said something earlier. That was one of my mistakes too. Thinking that there's always somebody with something worse than you. I had that same idea in the beginning. That's why I didn't pay any attention to my situation. Maybe if I did not think like that, I could have been able to take action sooner. But I agree with what you said there. I totally agree. There's always something worse somewhere, unfortunately. But like this pain is it's kind of difficult to like explain, except in this way. So if let's say you're having a casual stroll or even just standing, you get such a sharp pain on your lower back, your legs give out without any warning.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I dealt with multiple times before I was forced to use this walker. My last my last time ever walking on my own, that was the last time I went to my bedroom. That's up some stairs. I haven't seen my bedroom in a couple of years. When I came down the stairs that day, I had to like. You ever watch the movie Exorcist? When the girl came down the stairs backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing that, but forward.
Ooh.
That's how I had to come down the stairs and crawl to my father's room and beg for a little help. That was the last time I went upstairs. That was my last time. It's just honestly it's frustrating because one of the weirdest things for me too. I did it. I remember 3 times. 3 times.
You still there, Muppet?
Yeah.
What was the last part you said?
3 times I had to try to hide from crying in front of my father because of pain.
It's rough, Muppet. We all feel for you, and I think everyone definitely wants you to get some more help as quickly as possible so that you can get back to the old Muppet, you know? It's it's okay. It's okay to cry sometime, Muppet. It is. It's it's just a way to release some of that emotion, some of that stress that builds up. So it's okay.
And I never
It
said
does
that in
help.
public. I never said that in public.
You're getting a lot of love in chat, Muppet.
I am grateful for all that support. Grateful.
You also just made Jam cry too.
Peach jam.
What's up, Chief? How you doing? Chief 6177 in chat.
Hi, Mr. Chief.
You've pretty much made everyone cry except me at this point.
I don't think agents do cry.
She's a tough samurai.
Yeah, samurais don't cry. No way.
Wait, let me get my Windex out. No, I'm just kidding.
Right? Right? It's like bring a box of Kleenex to the podcast time. Well, I don't know, Muppet. I think even though there is a lot of pain and things to deal with, it's also a good example of how strong some people are, like yourself. Like that is a lot, and for a lot longer than I've been going through it, and to like a deeper level. And you just sound like I've been on comms with you. I know you've been playing games, and like to be able to sound joyful at all is amazing to me, because that's a lot to go through, and I totally respect that you're able to at least lock it away for a little bit of time, and actually enjoy something for at least a little while every day.
Yeah, I have to try. Like I said, it's something I want, and I have to get myself fixed. I have to. It's very, very difficult, honestly. Very difficult.
Uh, L Hulk says he feels for you as well. And
No,
something
nobody
about
should be feeling anybody out. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't be touching. And oh, so one other weird thing that happened. So during that same period where I got the assistant, right?
right.
To do certain things that I had to do in certain places, I had to get transport. So I had one good friend with me, and so they know that I'm a bit of a stubborn person. If I don't want to do something, you either have to blindfold me and beat me, drug me, or completely trick me into doing something or going somewhere. That's exactly some like what they did. They planned on their own to take me to a chiropractor, right? And on our way to the chiropractor, when I found out what was going to happen, I was extremely pissed off and using very colorful languages because I didn't want them to go out of their way to help me, right? I'm a bit weird like that. So we arrived at the chiropractor's office. He saw me and had to call somebody else for a second opinion because he knew something is definitely wrong. So when he got this second opinion, that doctor told him, "Do not touch me." So we made an appointment to go see that guy. That guy is one of, I think, one. I think he might be the only one at, or we have like two of him, nerve specialists in this country.
Wow.
So I went to see that nerve specialist, and what he explained to me back then, exactly what he said. I'm doing the exact same thing, going through the exact same stuff. Like in terms of muscle being swollen and what's going to happen when nerves stop working and stuff. He predicted everything based on what he saw and what I explained to him. He knew exactly what was going to happen. And he did mention about that bowel movement stuff, which scared the crap out of me. Thankfully, none fell out. But I was terrified. So I took another chance, I think earlier this year, to go see another chiropractor because this friend was like, crazy kind enough to help. So I told myself, let me just give it a try. So we went, and this dude has this weird shocky stuff that will, mess with your nerves. Like if stuff working, you will get the twitches and all this crazy colorful stuff. The back of my right knee, that shocky thingy went and nothing moved. So when nothing moved, he explained to me where I needed to go and what I need to do because the nerves already failing, which is what I didn't want to hear. But again, it all comes back to neuro doctors here. In their mind, it is not as severe as what they seen on their books to be able to help me out. So I basically have to go through nothing until I crap myself one day, or not be able to walk at all. Then they might say, okay, well, you need surgery to fix that. But by then it might be too late. That is what I am fearful of. That's what I am fearful of. They're waiting for it to be too late. I honestly don't want to reach that stage.
Yeah, we don't want to see you reach that state either, Muppet. Duck on Quack is in chat. He says,
Hola, Duck.
it's saddening to hear about the negligence you received, Muppet. Hopefully there's a brighter future ahead.
Duck, I've been waiting and I'm not too sure, honestly. It's crazy frustrating.
You just told us you have hope, so
Yeah, it's mixed, you see, because I have to keep reminding myself what I need, what I want. But it's very difficult. That's why I have high blood pressure. Frustrated. Apparently I had high blood pressure for a few months and didn't know.
Well,
Because I spent a whole night in the hospital waiting for blood test results. I did a CT scan too. Next morning when I saw the doctor, you know what the doctor said?
what's that?
Doctor said, just take Panadol.
just the what?
It's just a headache. Take
Just a
Panadol.
Tylenol?
It's just a headache. Yeah. And now these new people that I'm dealing with said it's high blood pressure, and medication that they give actually helps a lot with that. So clearly somebody wasn't doing what they're supposed to do. So it's a whole heap of mess here.
Say it again, Muppet.
It's a whole heap of mess. These
A whole
people,
heap of this.
yeah, they're not doing anything progressive. It, it's ridiculous here sometimes, honestly.
You're gonna make Chona cry again.
No, don't do that. I apologize. I apologize.
No, why? For what? You shouldn't.
I don't
I'm
like.
just, I'm
I
weak.
don't like seeing people cry, good or bad. I don't like it. So yeah, basically,
It's
I'm at a
tough.
standstill. Unfortunately, that's why I'm still struggling with this ridiculous amount of pain and lack of being able to do anything properly. And I miss drinking. I miss drinking so much you wouldn't believe. I can't.
That
I
would probably
can't.
relax you, huh?
Maybe, but I don't think I will ever be able to like go back into drinking if I get fixed anytime soon. I think that, you know, and unfortunately, no more smoking, which I miss too. Good old days, tobacco. Whoever smokes in the chat, your people are lucky still.
Smoke green or what kind of smoke?
No comment. No comment. Oh, and I can't take a crap properly sometimes too because of final situation. So think about that. I don't have that comfort where I can relax on the toilet. I don't have.
Mm-hmm.
And ever so often there's a stain that gathers on the wall where I have to lean on near the toilet where I have to take a leak because I can't stand on my own. Unfortunately, I hate seeing that.
Duck is asking, do they think it's more muscular issues or neurological?
They're only focusing on the neurological part right now. Though they're not taking any consideration for muscle yet. They just take into one, and that's it. Unfortunately, but they want to put me onto more meds that I don't want more meds. I just want to fix this crap because I don't want to be sleeping most of the day
Mm-hmm.
and not doing anything else. I don't like the idea of being high on pills all the time. I just want to get this thing fixed. They need to just cut me open, take out the old one, put in back something new, and sew me back up. That's all.
If it was that easy, right?
I wish. That's what the neuro guy was telling me, not neuro, nerves guy, because he said once, even when this situation is fixed, because of the duration and my spine is tilted and how long the muscle is swollen along the spine, that would be another issue because muscle tissues like that, once it is badly damaged, they ain't gonna get repaired. You could keep rubbing it off, but that damage will keep piling back up. So that'll be another situation, which I share together with the actual disc issue. Frustrated.
I bet.
You okay, John?
But yeah, that's where it is. I can't look at Shona. Don't do that.
We're like swinging back and forth between crying and almost giggling. It's really kind of confusing.
I'm
Emotional roller coaster.
Well, I'm happy you came on today, Muppet, so people could hear a little bit more about your story. If anyone in chat has any questions, you're free to put them in chat, and we will relay them to Muppet or answer them ourselves if it's something we can. And someone get Jonah a tissue.
Someone tell me a knock knock joke.
Amphibious. Amphibious, to be honest, I never expected to be in this type of pain for this long. I never knew this type of pain existed, to be honest. I had a lot of pain before from damages, but this pain, yeah, it's something I could. It's something special, Amphibious.
Yeah, those back spasms that cause your legs to give out. Those are something pretty special.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of those. I actually had one a couple weeks ago. I sent Chona a picture of my knee.
You bruisey.
I got this giant scrape on my knee, Muppet. It's pretty embarrassing. It looks like I'm a 6-year-old that went out to play and got a boo boo.
Didn't listen and fell off the monkey bar.
But yeah, Chona's like, Chona sent me a message. She's like, how are you doing? And I'm like, I'm okay. I fell the other day. And she's like, are you okay? And I sent her a picture of my knee. It's like this giant bruise on it, like a big scab.
But be honest with everyone here now, Hala. Did you cry?
Huh?
When?
When you fell, did you cry?
Did I? From the fall, did I cry? No, I don't think I did. I think every time I've had one of those spasms and I've fallen, it's been so shocking. Like, first of all, the pain is so shocking, and then the fall itself is so shocking that I think I forget to cry about it.
Like you were in awe, right? It all happened out of nowhere.
Like when it happens to me, like because now I'm a little more mobile. It happens to me when I'm walking, usually stepping up or stepping down. So I've gotten a lot more careful about it. Like even like little steps, like up or down, I try to avoid them. Like I don't want to step off a curb, and I don't want to step up onto a curb. I'll look for like one of those little ramps or a driveway or something. Or if I'm like walking uphill or downhill and it's like steep, and I have to take like a step that changes elevation, then that's when I get them. And so, yeah, when I've had them, it's just been like I never have like a warning that it's coming. Like it doesn't like tense up or anything beforehand. It's just like zap.
Yep.
And then when it happens, your legs just like decide not to hold you up anymore. And it's pretty shocking. Like the first millisecond or whatever, your brain doesn't comprehend that your body is no longer willing to hold itself up.
Exactly.
And then you got to deal with the earth rushing up towards you.
May I answer Jam Master real quick? This is the second time I saw this question. Jam, I don't have interest in War Robots anymore. I don't like the direction that game headed, so I disappeared from War Robots. And I know this is not the appropriate place for this, but I saw something recently on a particular channel. I didn't agree with it. Was heavily disappointed. So I just took myself out of that entire community from what I saw. I have nothing against anybody. Just certain things I don't tolerate, and I saw it happen multiple times, and it's not a place for me. It's way too messed up. I live on everything Arena Breakout now. That's why I don't mess with War Robot stuff anymore. It's not like I have anything against anyone in particular. Just War Robots is not interesting for me at all. Not even PUBG. My apologies, Hulk. PUBG has gotten a bit lame too. But as you can see, it is easy to communicate with me. Everybody knows where to find me. So I haven't been absent. I've just on a different lane, basically.
He's into podcasts now. No, I'm just kidding.
You're now invited to do the podcast every week, Muppet.
So I want to cry.
Right?
No, it's only we already knew it was probably gonna happen because of the episode that it is.
Yeah, we were kind of prepared for this, Muppet. Or you should have been prepared too. But
no.
Hey, so there are a couple more things in chat. Jam also wanted to know if you tried a TENS system. Do you know what that is?
Absolutely nothing. I don't know what a TENS is. Might be something weird. Does it include lube?
What is that?
A TENS system is basically it's like an electrical stimulation, and so they put like a couple pads on you, like near the muscles.
Oh, those? Yeah, I had those already. Those don't work.
They don't do anything for you?
No.
Oh, bummer.
I had that.
Discord, Mr. Jam.
Say that again?
Jam said, I have zero way to keep in touch with him. Pissed face. And I'm like, Discord.
Discord.
I will send you Muppet's address and his telephone number, Jam.
Yeah, you still have my address, Olive.
I probably do.
Yeah.
I'm sure I do.
Doug says, you need to see a better trauma or orthopedic consultant. Can't believe how incompetent they are.
Oh, right. So with physiotherapy, two things happened with physiotherapy. I wasn't doing shit, and my means to do all of that for so long has disappeared. So because I signed a legal agreement, if I miss 3 sessions consecutively, I have to start the process all over. So I've missed more than 3 sessions. So whenever things kick back up for me, that's why I need this public assistance from these people so badly to go back into the whole procedure that they want me to do. Because I can't take any steps outside of the hospital's direction. I can't do that. So I am stuck in this process because there are 2 types of people here. Either you have or you don't. And if you don't, you have to do this particular process. But if you have, you can go say hello to Chona and Harlock in the US and get shit fixed and come back home. So that's how it is here, basically. If you don't have anything or know someone, you can't get any help. And I was so fortunate to play War Robots and meet you people. Well, what's shocking the most is like none of you know me. None of you. And you just heard that story and reached out immediately. That's something. But I'll let you know something that most of you didn't know. The first person to actually reach out to help me was none other than Bennett. And I told Bennett no. Because at that stage, it wasn't as bad as it is. Bennett actually reached out to help first. Still grateful for that fluffy guy.
For the fluffy guy?
All of you. Yeah. The Mexican. Fluffy Mexican, that's Bennett.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very grateful. I mean, the game sucks. It is toxic. It is garbage. But the people I have met there, unbelievably generous and helpful. I told my people here that I have a way to get some help, hopefully, and nobody believed me. Everybody told me it's a scam, and those same people never ever lift a finger to help me. None of them. They would prefer to be like outrageously negative and not offer any help. All they offer is shitty opinions. Opinions don't help. They need to understand that. And I told them, people who don't know me from outside were generous enough to help me. I am always grateful for it. Always grateful. Still unbelievable though. But, jeez. It is crazy.
Hulk says he's really enjoyed playing games with you, Muppet, especially PUBG.
PUBG has changed, Hulk. PUBG has changed. It's not really the type of shooter game I enjoy anymore.
I think Hulk just wants to play something with you, Muppet. I don't think it matters.
In reality, Hulk, Aaron was correct, huh? Aaron was correct. PUBG did change. The events started to take away from what PUBG really is. But if you want to play something difficult, come join me in Arena Breakout. Don't be gay. Come play.
We'll get you hooked up on something, Muppet. You guys can play Idol Heroes together or something.
She's already hooked, and he just said you guys can go play with him.
I'm idle enough.
Idol Heroes, yeah. Google El Hulk also says that he says that a good Mexican habit is to help a friend, even if you just met him.
Everybody should be more Mexican. Bennett is a cool guy. He's local, but he's a cool guy.
He's local. Pog says, "I say you're delighted you met me." LOL.
Not really.
Yeah, the community from which we all came was pretty awesome, and still continues to be pretty awesome. It's amazing.
We got lucky to be part of the community that we are.
Yeah, the people are crazy. Crazy fun people.
They are.
Yeah.
Just in case anybody had any other questions, we are going to be wrapping up in a little bit. So if you do have anything else to ask Muppet, put it in chat soon, or we will miss it. And you will have to contact Muppet directly. You'll have to go to the island of Trinidad and meet him directly to ask your question.
I wish I could go.
You can visit anytime except daytime or nighttime, but come visit anytime.
Oh, I am so
at dawn. Dusk and dawn, and not daytime or nighttime, right?
I am so going to Trinidad one day, Muppet.
You should.
And we are going to eat doubles until we burst.
Hola, mi alma.
We have so much stuff for you to try here, Harlan. So much.
Huh?
There is.
Doug said.
Yeah, come shore dock with your cargo ship and a boat. Well, I don't think they have boats and ships in Wales. They're only sheep and goats. Yeah, you doesn't know the difference between ships and boats. Poor guy. Someday you will learn that. Maybe you'll have Google on your island someday. Maybe.
Well, they do have that problem with biscuits and cookies and that whole scone controversy thing.
Yeah, don't get us started on gravy. Oh, jeez.
At least he didn't think that our cargo ship was sheep's carrying stuff. Bad joke.
That hurt. It was funny, but it hurt.
Trinidadian is how people from Trinidad are called. Are you Trinidadian?
No. Holla. Come on. You can do better at on the live stream. It's not Trinidadian. What the hell? Come on.
Trinidadian.
No.
Trinidadian.
Yes.
It's not like it's not like Canadian, it's Canadian.
Yes.
Trinidadian.
Say it correctly.
Trinidadian.
It's like Tobago. There's no such thing as Tobago.
It's Baby. Trinidad and Tobago. You Trinidadian.
I can't even see who wrote that, but I love
it. Poggy said, "Wow, I like the shame." I have no shame anymore, Poggy. You should know that by now.
Oh, there's more to come. I mean, when it comes to shame.
That's exactly
is there now?
That's the way you say it. That's the way you say it. Trinidadian.
Trinidadian.
Yes.
Trinidadian.
Trinidadian. Say it with your Mexican voice, Ruin.
Oh. So before you close off, Chona, I will, because I have to go back to the hospital next month. I will make you cry one more time. I'll send something to you.
You'll send something for me?
Yeah, I'll show you how far I have to walk to go where I need to go.
Oh man, no.
I'll show you. Do you honestly, even when you see the picture, Shona?
I'm gonna cry right now. Because I can only imagine, and then if you're in so much pain and you can't even walk.
You are in for a treat next month. It is ridiculous. Most times I should be pissed off, but I'm just too, like depressed and whatnot. Yeah. Eventually it will get better. Eventually.
You'll feel better. Read Hulk's message, China.
I can't believe Muppet lives closer to me in birthplace than in my actual residence. I thought he was.
Hulk thinks you're from Detroit, Muppet.
People in pain here, Hulk. Behave. Can't laugh. Thanks. This was surprisingly good for morale. This was good.
Well, this was fun.
Shona, don't do it. Giggles only. Giggles only.
Giggles for the world.
Yes.
Oh my god. We still have the Spanish one to go.
Right? It's gonna be a long night, Shona.
I think that besides the top serial killers in the world, in this episode, I think this was a sadder one for me.
That serial killer episode was pretty rough. Like that was pretty mentally straining. I have to say.
Yeah.
I apologize.
But Muppet tops it by far. I am absolutely certain. Like we really feel for you, Muppet. I mean, in all honesty, like just hearing your story, I know Troy and I have heard it before, and I know some of the people here have, but it's hard to hear. It's like you want to do something, but you can't, and like we just want to like force those people to like fix him now, and
I wish
it's crazy.
There, Jam says, "Can I pay for your rides forever until you don't need it?"
Okay, could one of the mods ban Jam, please? Please ban him.
No, that's actually good. Those are like the type of things that we look to bring to
Jam is a student.
We'll get you in touch with Muppet Jam. Don't worry. You can hit me up anytime, and we'll get you guys connected.
You know what I would take? There's one thing I would take.
What?
That wonderful chair Chief has. I would love to take that.
A what? A what?
Go ahead, say it again, Muppet.
That wonderful chair that Chief has.
Oh!
I would love to have that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's a beast of a machine. I would love to have that. May not be able to sit in it, but I would love it.
Are awesome. So yeah, you'll link them with each other.
We'll
you are so awesome, Mr. Peach Jam, Mr. Jam Peach Jam.
Yeah, I got Jam here already. I sent him some nudes, but we won't discuss that.
Okay.
That is so awesome. That is amazing. One day we're gonna be doing this times 1,000 watch.
Right.
I hope I get better soon.
I'm glad
no
something.
No more Shona crying. Yeah, we need Shona giggles.
Oy, we're gonna giggle, but yeah, and most definitely we should anytime we do like a chill stream or something, if you wanna join us, right?
Yeah, you need to let me know because I am absorbed in Arena Breakout. I have teammates usually waiting, so.
Yeah, plus it's really hard for you too, right? I mean,
ow.
He said I'm a grape. Grape Jam. Thank you so much. Thank you. See, something good and positive came out of this. Something good and positive always comes out of everything. This is the perfect ending.
No,
Hi,
the
Bennett
perfect ending. Yo, what's up, Bennett? The perfect ending would be like to have this show in like 6 months from now, and have Muppet say, "I'm back to work, and I'm everything is working fine." That would be the perfect ending.
Well, but I mean, like, just to today's episode. You can't.
I know.
You can't fix the whole world.
Right.
It's one Band-Aid at a time.
Right.
So, I mean, at least that came out of this. So,
no,
so now instead of
awesome.
Muppet sending me the distance he has to walk, he can send me the distance that he was driven to. I'll cry a little less.
Right. Your jam just saved you, strangely enough. But no. Before we go, I would like to thank Muppet for coming on. I know your story is hard to share, and it's hard to listen to, so it's got to be hard to share.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope you will come back at some point and kind of give us an update, or at least just hang out with us. We have some interesting shows coming up.
I will make them. I'll make them.
I mean, we're not like hiring you to come on every week or anything.
No. I'll be listening. I'll be listening.
Don't say hire because we can't pay.
don't tell him that, Chona. Don't tell the people who want to do stuff that we can't pay them. Come on now. No, but we'd love to have you back on and like get an update down the road sometime, and hopefully there's some better news. And if you have something that you want to sit in on with us, if we have something interesting coming up, you're welcome to.
Yeah, just shoot a message anytime. Let me know, and I'll take a shower and I'll be available. Hello, Bennett, fluffy Mexican.
Amphibious said jobs.
No. He's just playing. Actually, it's not in our budget to pay people.
Why did you let this guy in the chat? Come on, somebody get rid of this guy. What's he doing here?
McLovin is here. We're McLovin.
Shoot.
All these slackers showing up late today.
Typical.
I think they were on the whole time. They just weren't saying anything because it's the same 9 to 11 people we've been having.
They just been lurking. That's fine.
They were crying behind the scenes.
No one showed up to support you as you were crying. They all waited till right at the very end.
Yeah, I apologize for that again, Shane.
Poor Jam was the only one that felt better, and everyone was like, "Fine, I'll speak up." I'm just kidding.
Oh. So, if any of you speak Spanish and want to show up for the Spanish episode, it's coming up very soon in like
15 minutes.
Yeah, in like 15 minutes. And also next week we are doing Aliens 101, right?
So illegal ones or space aliens?
Hey, don't talk like that about me. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so we're talking about space aliens, Muppet, this time. We're gonna give everyone everything they need to know to talk about aliens with us. The basic aliens class.
Oh my god! No. That hasn't happened in like 35 years. Wait, 36 maybe.
McLovin wants to know if you eat baby chickens on the Spanish podcast.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much, Muppet, for being here with us. I really, really appreciate it. I'm glad you were able to share your story with us. I know and I'm sure that it's going to be useful for other people, even some of us that are here, or someone that happens to watch it later on, maybe in the future. I don't know, but it's an amazing story. It's really inspiring, and it just really shows us that we shouldn't give up, and we should keep always keep fighting and just keep trying to move forward. At least personally to me, it was inspiring, and I really appreciate it. I really do. That you took your time to sit here with us through this whole time, and then knowing that you're probably in pain right now. But I really appreciate it. It really meant a lot to me. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Thanks for inviting me. It was it was very, very fun, and I mean very emotional. There's that one thing I never said out loud, and I said it here.
And we appreciate it. Anything you want to say?
Thank you. Thank you
sorry.
very much for inviting me on, and to the chat who was here. Maybe even McLovin. Everybody else, highly appreciated. And yes, I'm still reachable. I'm not completely gone, as you can clearly see. Yes, I'm on a different lane, but I'm reachable. Keep doing what you're doing, both of you. Crazy good stuff. This is what a lot of people actually need. So you should really, really, really keep doing this. This is good. Really
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
Don't worry, Muppet. We will. We have plans to keep doing changes shows as long as we keep doing a podcast, because they're always pretty. They're always pretty interesting and usually pretty helpful. I think before my last thing is that we do have some links and things. If for anyone who's had something happen in their life and who's looking for some help and can't find it anywhere. We do have some links that Shona has put into the description for the podcast. These services are free. If you just need to talk to somebody, if you feel like you're in a really bad place, please reach out. It's always good to talk to somebody, and they can help you straighten things out in your life, at least get things a little more stable. So if anyone is feeling like that, please use those links and seek out a little bit of help and comfort in your life. And thank you everyone for showing up today. And anything else, Shona?
No, that's perfect that you close with that. Also, if anybody from any other country or anybody knows any other numbers or links that we can add to the description from other countries too, I would appreciate it as well. And thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
That was an amazing show.